27C is um, using what are called possessive adjectives. Now, you see some examples here. What is a possessive adjective? Obviously, it has to be modifying a noun. It's an adjective, but the possessive part is just your book, my book, his book, their book. These all show possession, and they work really just like simple adjectives. You see meos, mea, meum, tuus, tua, tuum, sua, sua, suum. I'm not sure if you're seeing that for the first time, but you've seen meos and tuus, right? So these are not pronouns, but these are adjectives. Now that's maybe confusing. We've got sort of a combination of pronouns and adjectives in this chapter, but in sentences like this where we're showing a possession of a noun, we just use what are called possessive adjectives, and they're all listed here. Now, my, your, his or her own. Noster, nostra, this is our own, our thing. This is our house. Vester, vestra, vestrum, you plural, right? Not to us, but vester and vestra and vestrum are the plural of to us. So that would be like second person plural. And then sua, sua, suum looks exactly the same as this, his or her or its own and their own. So suis works for both singular and plural of third person in Latin. So again, only five. I would urge you really to read this through yourself, obviously, but again, it's not a very difficult concept. Um, let's see. Just want to make sure I'm getting everything here. Yeah, okay. Sua, suasum can be singular or plural. It means his or her or its or their own. And they should probably have given more examples, I think. So maybe what I'll do is I'll give you an example of how suas works both as a singular and as a plural. So I'm gonna just bear with me a second here. Suas, um, and let's make this a little bit bigger. So let's take an example of suas and and see how it works both with the singular. So let's say his book. Um, his meaning his own. Obviously, his could mean somebody else's book, like Titus's book or Marcus's book. But suis always has a sense of someone's own thing. So this would be written in Latin as like this: Cornelius librum suum portat. So there's the form. Now this is accusative singular because librum is the direct object, and as we know, adjectives have to match the noun they modify in case, gender, and number. So librum, the word liber means book, but here it's librum because it's accusative. So it's masculine, it's singular, and it's accusative, and therefore this one must be two. So we wouldn't have something like suam here because librum is masculine. So we'll say suum. But this can also be a plural. So let's see. Let's say Cornelius and Aurelia love their villa. Again, once again, their own villa, not their meaning somebody else's. That's expressed a different way in Latin. But when we say they love their own villa, we're going to keep a form of suis, sua, or suum here. And you're going to see how it works both as a singular and a plural. Cornelius et Aurelia villam suam amant. Now here again we've got an accusative, but this time it is a feminine word, villam. But the form has changed only because of this word here. The fact that we've got a plural here does not really change the form of this word. This word works with this noun. It doesn't reflect anything about this, other than the fact that this must now mean their villa. But it's a singular adjective modifying a singular noun. Um, but it can work, as I say, for both a singular subject or a plural subject. Here it means his book, and here it means their villa because these are a they. But the word that is used to figure out the adjective's form is the noun that it modifies. It doesn't modify these two. It modifies this villa right here. So now that could also be, say, Cornelius and Titus live in two different villas. Then we could say villas suas amant. Now Cornelius and Titus love their villas, their different villas. It still refers back to both of these guys here, meaning their own villas. But again, the word that the adjective modifies is villas. The suas takes its form from villas, not from these guys, but from the villa singular, or the villas plural here, or the singular book. So I hope that's not too confusing. If it is, please send me a PT message, but I'm going to get rid of this now. Um, Now, I just was focusing on suis here, but we've still got meas tuus, noster, and vester as well to work with. So let's just look at the first one or two. Ad ludos kerkenkes cum amicis blank ibitis. So the verb here is ibitis. You are going. You go. You are going. And where are you going? You are going to the circus games with friends. But with what friends? Vestry here is a form of your own. That's a plural you once again. So the sentence is looking for you are going to the circus games with your friends. Now, which form of vester or vestra or vestrum should we choose here? And again, the adjective is always predicated on the noun that it is describing. So since amicis is ablative because of this cum here, cum again a preposition that takes the ablative case, then really all you have to do is match the form that matches the ending of amicis here. So vestris amicis is the ablative form because of cum. Number two, omne spectatores factionibus blank favent. Favent is yet another. Oh, wait, factio is a new word here. That's a company of charioteers, like a team of charioteers. You could say there was like four factions or teams: reds, greens, blues, and whites in ancient Rome. So there's a new word there. So what the sentence is saying, all the spectators favor or support uh, their own teams, their own factions, their own companies. So, since faveo favere is a dative verb, therefore factionibus is dative, and then we have to think, okay, which form of this possessive adjective goes with factionibus? It's dative, and it's feminine, and it's plural. So if you look at over your charts or your endings for first and second declensions, you're going to see that is will work with factionibus. That is a dative ending there. Sui is either a nominative plural or a genitive or a dative singular for first declension feminines. Suum is either an accusative masculine singular or maybe a neuter nominative singular or accusative singular, but certainly not a dative form. So this is the first declension I arm is. And so dative works here. So suis is going to go with factionibus. Okay, I think I've talked long enough now. I hope I haven't confused the matter. This some kids do have difficulty with this chapter, but if you do, let me know and I will attempt again to clarify. Take care.